Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. I was in Telly last week, Ellie and Telly, with Jeff Powell, an old friend of mine. I have a lot of stories to say about that man and our connection. It started originally with a Led Zeppelin reunion concert organised by my uncle and father, and my father connected me to Jeff, and that created a room for a very generous donation towards a recording studio to help the inspired youth that I was working with for the Unity of Bands concerts back then. And that was the beginning of our relationship, and we've been in contact for these last 10 years or more, and it's been an amazing opportunity to learn from one of the innovators in the high-tech and communication world. And that's something which ties in very nicely to the flow that we're trying to create with the Unity Inspires projects that does continue and develop, and we thank God have now over 7 well-known artists who are booking with Unity Inspires projects, and the most known obviously is Nissan Black. And then as we go through different styles and genres of talent, from kosher rap to the Otsar Unity music that he's going to be creating, you'll have to check him out. He did a song with Nissan Black, Shomer, but he has his own style and new songs coming out in the next few months. We also have got Yosef Daniel. Yosef Daniel is someone who also had a similar journey, in a sense, from coming from a non-Jewish background in a more like poverty-stricken society that was, with big obstacles in life, and he turned that around. Yosef Daniel grew up in Mexico and turned it around into a journey of success in Israel, and he's putting out amazing music as we speak. A new video just came out now, and he has an amazing story and talent, someone I've been connected with for many years. We have the new artist Raphael Ben, who is still yet to be confirmed, but we believe it will be an opportunity to share some chazanas and a different style of genre of focus. I'm generally more into alternative music, and this will give me a bit more of a pop connection, and into YM, who's definitely an alternative sound. This is another artist. All these artists I recommend looking on the Unity Inspires Projects blog. The links are below, and the website as well, and you have the opportunity to email me and to book these artists, all different styles. And there are some other artists that are going to be featuring. Ari Lesser hopefully will be in town the next month or so, and then there's also my old friend Eliezer Kosoy, who's putting out his new album soon, highly awaited, and the list goes on. I don't want to make anyone lose track of the flow that we're trying to create by going on and on. So just go to the website or the different sites, Unity Inspires sites, and you'll see there all the different booking artists that we want to offer. And what is the flow? What's the connection? It's this whole power of Unity music, of people who are focused on unity, on bridging gaps. They themselves are bridging gaps. Otsar's a soldier who believes in peace, and Raphael Ben is originally from France, and there's all different nations and different cultures coming together. Majority are from America, but that's obviously, we know that America is leading the way in terms of the culture of the world nowadays, and the concept of the United States, the idea of bringing certain unity feel is very much needed now when we have such a divisive political agenda going on, where people are very much focused on their message, on their goal. The real goal of Unity Inspires is to bring out the unity focus in everybody, where there is an ability to communicate and develop connection. Like even say someone like Trevor Noah, who's a comedian, you get the opportunity to hear from him how there is such divisiveness, but in a way, by keeping the comedy, by keeping the communication, by talking it out, it allows for people to really think about it in different ways, and hopefully then communicate more, and that will create more community. Is inside it unity, that music and the music experience. All these artists are obviously representing all different ideas and focuses, and that brings out a communal connection through the music, and through hopefully creating more and more events, and all the people who are going to be booking for bringing these artists to their communities and their programs, and there's an opportunity to create more of a unity through the music that's generated and the experience of joining together singing well-known songs, as obviously these artists' popularity grows as they put out more and more content. And this Nissim Black is going to be in the US for July, and he's been putting together new material, new content, which is really the key to go ahead, and that will give opportunities for anybody in the US over the month of July to make a booking, and there is availability in the nights and for one or two of the weekends still. So people out there, you hearing my podcast, the flow is that things are moving forward. And another exciting project I'll be doing is building a tour, a Munna tour, like we did last year. This podcast is around a year old since I saw the recommendation from Gary Vaynerchuk to join Anchor app, and I've seen it's been a growing success. That it has grown the listeners, and people have told me they're listening, and there's feedback and development, and that gives an opportunity to now go back again a year later to create another Munna tour. And once again, the focus is unity, is collaboration. So anybody out there, including the artists I have, we're going to try and piece together an amazing tour all throughout the North America, which is beginning in Canada and going down the East Coast, possibly ending up on the West Coast, maybe even Central America, depending on the interest and the will. And this is, of course, with Rav Orish, and there will be special guests, Rav Shalom Orish and his team, plus special guests to be announced, and opportunities for everybody to collaborate and build something which is unity inspired. So once again, this is the real reality of what's going on out there. But then we have local options as well. For example, Oatsar is going to be performing in Mike's Place on July the 9th, a free show, and we'd like to keep building these kind of opportunities as time goes on. And once again, the goal is unification, and everybody in their own life, coming out to my personal struggles, is once in a while you don't see how all the effort you're putting in of trying to build a larger project, you don't see, like, for example, much money or ability to really pull it off, But I think the way forward is to keep networking and working with passionate, inspired people, and that would generate the income, that would generate the success, that the cause is there and the belief is there and the talent is there, and together we can really join together to create these events and these goals that will help all the people involved have more success and more of a following that they can inspire, because all of them are inspirational individuals. Everyone working together, Unity Inspires projects and bookings, would be people that obviously fit the flow and the focus on positive values and ability to believe in something beyond. For example, that the overall project, obviously, like I said, is not yet funded, and I reach out to people if they want to do that. But once again, there is ability to generate success from within, and to be able to perform, say, at a place like Mike's Place, which is not a money event, but it gives everyone an opportunity to get together and connect in a musical setting, and that is really important to everybody involved to have that opportunity. So I really wish everybody a beautiful, healthy summer, lots of success, and I look forward to hearing from you, your feedback, your Unity Inspires projects, and your opportunity to go forward, even when it doesn't seem like financially like the best roads in terms of right now, short term, but long term there's going to be an opportunity to develop something very special and powerful, and we'll have a legacy, and we'll change the way we all live in this world to a more unified, happy place. All the best. Welcome to Ellie Goldson's Inspired Flow. This is a new blessed week in the time of summer. It's an interesting time. There's definitely a lot of inner work to do, as always, and we are being tested in different ways now in the summertime. And these challenges are opportunities, obviously, once again, as we say always in the Inspired Flow, to grow and to develop and head in a place that brings us more success in a way that's fulfilling, so that it has a lasting, eternal effect on our souls and our being, and binds us more to the unified flow that exists within our creation. And that's something which we talk about a lot in our Inspired Flow podcast. And personally right now, the flow that's coming down is a lot of busyness. I actually have 4 phones right now, about to get a 5th tomorrow from a phone company. I actually think I'm going to give it to someone else, because to have 5 phones, I think that would just be too much. So we'll have 4 phones. 2 of them are personal and 2 of them are work. It's just a matter of transitioning in the work one, where I have 2, because the aspect of when I worked there in the tours, and when it was our future tour, I had a phone that became the French phone while I was gone for the last 6-7 months. So I'm just transferring everything over slowly from that phone to the newer phone, and that will be my English phone. And I'm happy to be contacted on any phone, any of the 4. The reason why I have 2 personal ones, one is to be able to do my more spiritual stuff, like listening to classes that I get more, Torah, more spiritual ideas from, and also it's a good backup. And also have different social media sites over there that I use, not so much, but not my main sites, but just as backups, as well as my main email, if anything important, in case my other phone doesn't work or something. And I've also been able to lend it out to my daughter or son if need be, if they went away or somewhere and needed WhatsApp and things like that. It's very useful. Plus it has all my old phone numbers. So I have another work phone, which is my personal phone, but work in terms of the booking. And thank God, as well as listening to podcasts and things, has been very useful, helping people with the bookings. We have now Ari Lesser coming to town. Ari Lesser is an exciting new opportunity for everybody to tap into his talents. He did a few songs for me back in the day, and it, thank God, was one of the highest viewage that I got in any of my videos in terms of kosher rap. And another one, Ashes Chayil, and he also has a Gan Eden, a Garden of Eden rap, and it's very the word is melodical, and also very talented the way he pieces together the story of our people and the journey, and the way he's a really, bottom line, a very talented MC. If you look on some of the live videos we have of him as well, and a newer one that just came, it would be worth checking him out. You can bring him, he doesn't need to bring a whole band or a whole thing, he can just do it himself, and he has the rhythm and the energy to get a crowd into a journey, and something I recommend. And you can email my booking email to make time with him while he's in Israel during the mid-August, and also beyond that in America and the rest of the world. Happy to help with that as well, and also Israel as well if you want to bring him here. And then there's obviously my other artists, and we have this week Otsa is performing on Tuesday night in Mike's Place, and that's his first live show in Yerushalayim with a full set, and I recommend people to go. The Facebook link will be attached to below, and as all my stuff that I'm talking about is here in the podcast in Inspired Flow. And the flow is that there's such different talents. Like I have another artist, Joseph Daniel, been putting him around, and he's someone who went on a journey all the way back from Mexico and through to America, through to Israel, and he transformed himself from being a non-Jew to a Jew, and living in Ramat Beit Shemesh, and now I think he's moving back to Miami or somewhere. And it will be an important part of my journey as a booking agent to help him develop, because I've had a connection with him for many years. I helped him get a drum kit which he used to teach kids and also make music on, and that was a big kindness. It actually goes back to Jeff Pulver, that drum kit, and the Led Zeppelin show. Amazing how there's a flow in everything if you trace it back far enough. But anyway, so that's the main 3 artists on my mind right now. Obviously there's always Nissim Black. He's in the US right now as we speak. He has a show next week in Deal, New Jersey, but there's opportunities to jump on his tour while he's there now and really close something, all the camps and everything, and people know about it. It's just a matter of closing the venue. We're talking about doing some stuff in November when I do the Munah Is Our Future tour for Rav Orish, Shalom Orish, and would like to do some sort of Shabbat project with Nissim Black and potentially some of the other artists. And he's been invited to Shabbaton in Toronto, which we hopefully will close, and that'll be good. But they're basically, bottom line, with all these different things going on, there's new artists also being in discussion, and it gives us an opportunity to realize that music is such a powerful flow. I once spoke by Ari Lesser at Yeshivat Ashreinu how music, and I spoke in this podcast, is connected to ABCB format, and it's really a connection to the Yud K Vav K, which is the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey. You can go check out that podcast where I go into that more deeply, but there's basically an idea that the world is created through these four letters, and really there's a fifth, which is the little coats, the little point coming out the Yud, which is the fifth level. Very deep aspects of the soul. There's 5 levels of the soul, and the highest one, that little point, is called Yechida. That is that unified point. And it says in the beautiful holy books that we have that the revelation now is on the level of Yechida, that in order to bring everything together to Mashiach, to the Messianic days where everything will have a complete Gilui, revealed aspect of unified flow, then it will need to be revealed this aspect of Yechida, this ultimate uniting force. And that is something which in this Parsha, Bilam and Balak, we see that they bring out. From Balak comes out Rus, comes out David Melech Mashiach, and comes out from that's David the king is the Messiah, and it comes out from Bilam is blessings to our nation and prophecies of the Messianic prophecy, the only time that we see in the Torah such a clear aspect of it being revealed, and specifically it's from the non-Jewish world that this light is being brought out. And I feel like that's something which is what this unified flow is all about, is going out into the world, connecting with special souls, not just the Jewish souls but all kinds of souls, and bringing out the unified flow which exists in everything and everyone. And that really is the part of our purpose, not just to keep to ourselves. We just had the Yotzai from the Babitcher Rebbe, Gimel Tammuz. We got tremendous inspiration from the Babitcher Rebbe, from Rabbi Sachs, describing his wonderful dialogue about his connection with the Rebbe and how he basically empowered him to become a leader and to be able to not be afraid of the world, but to actually go and enhance the world with technology and everything that the Babitcher Rebbe stood for through Chabad. And we know that Chabad is everywhere. We see from Rabbi Yisrael Goldman and how much he's turned darkness into light through his campaign, and we'd love to include him on the Emunah as our future tour, along with other such minded people who are turning darkness into light. This is the powerful message nowadays. Even Oprah, is talking about the darkness into light, and this is what this is how the Jewish people should be represented, through this positivity and transferring of pain into joy and to goodness. And this is what we have this power to do. It's really, this is the real job of a whole Tammuz, to turn around the judgments that exist in this time, in the summer months, into something which is merciful and positive. And music, I feel like, specifically goes into hiding during the 3 weeks, but there's still a time before and after, and hopefully when Messiah comes, it will be turned around. These 3 weeks as well of mourning will be turned into times of joy, where we'll see the true music of unification come out, and all the different talented people will have ability to elevate us all together. Like David Melech went into prophecy and was able to help others get into prophecy through Holy Spirit, through playing music. Music is something which connects the worlds, the physical to the spiritual, and that's a big bridge for me personally in my process of when I came back. On that note, I think I'm actually going to go after this and play some guitar. I haven't really played much guitar recently, so I'm going to actually take note and put that into action, play more music, and we should, please God, see good times ahead. With all the busyness going on, it should all be for the good things, and we should have healthy times, and everyone should be blessed. And another big thing, for just one more thing to end off with, is that my son Baruch Yitzhak was born during this week. He's now going to be 15. To have a 15-year-old, and he was named after the Parsha, which says Baruch Hu, he is blessed and he will be blessed, and that's my blessing to my son. He should be blessed, and all the judgments should turn around, and it should be a good year for him. Being a teenager in this generation, not easy at all for anyone. Religious, not religious, this way, that way. It's a challenge for everyone, and wish him all the strength and ability to do it with an inspired flow, to be successful in his learning and his growth. And everyone's other children should all get nachas and enjoy having this wonderful gifts in our life of children, and they should be successful in their journey as well.